Starting next January, the minimum wage will be raised to 23,100 NT a month and 150 NT an hour. That's based on the recommendation of the Labor Ministry's Wage Review Committee, which meets the third quarter of each year to discuss wage adjustments. Today, labor rights groups argued that these once-a-year meetings aren't enough to keep wages at a reasonable level. Activists presented their case today in a public hearing at the Legislative Yuan. They want the government to make good on its promise to deliver a dedicated law that protects workers' standard of living.
Labor rights activists today renewed the call for a minimum wage law that ensures workers and their families enjoy a basic standard of living. They say they hope to see the law passed within the next 2 years.
There was a time when Taiwan hadn't adjusted its minimum wage for 7 years, and when Ma Ying-jeou was in office, the basic wage wasn't adjusted for 2 or 3 years because of the financial crisis.
Taiwan already has a protocol for adjusting the minimum wage, and the next adjustment is slated for next year on January 1st. But activists argue that these adjustments are not enough to keep wages in line with the needs of workers and their families. Rights groups are calling for a minimum wage law that ensures basic salaries are high enough for a family to support 2 dependents.
All I know right now is that the minimum wage will reach 23,100 NT next year, and there is no problem with that. This new minimum wage law will be about enshrining a principle. Even now, the Ministry of Labor has yet to propose its version of the bill.
Activists point out that a minimum wage law had been one of President Tsai Ing-wen's promised policies. Labor groups called on the government to be true to its word and expedite progress on its bill.